darts, and this has been the mod that I've been spending the most time on during lockdown. So this mod I call Basilisk, just because of its green paint job. For the paint, I used Rust oil paint. Obviously, it's not preferable because Duplex is best for bonding to plastic, but you know, it's alright. That's just what they had at Home Depot. So yeah, so for the paint, I used primer. Then I went in with the green, masked all that off, then white just for those small tiny areas, and that masking was very easy, and then just did the rest with black and a clear coat, and we're good. I did not paint this buttstock piece just because to slide on stocks it's much easier to not have it painted, because that paint adds just a little extra bit of thickness. Anyways, so for the blaster itself, it is a pump action retaliator using this worker pump action kit. It used to be top prime, but it's very ineffective. You do like this chicken wing thing, it's almost laughable. So this is it allows you to prime much quicker and do heavier prime loads with heavier springs. I did take that top prime piece and I integrated it into the back using epoxy putty with decently smooth lines, if you can see that on camera. I used that just so that way there'd be an extra screw port, because of the internals, which I'll go over in just a second. I also was able to keep intact the end strike rail, which allows me to put on more attachments, which is great because, you know, attachments are a lot of fun. Anyways, so for the internals of this, it's still full dart, not half lengths yet. Half lengths, you know, they have less drag and less weight, meaning higher FPS, but I still like full lengths just because they're more common and you find them more often. Then there is a Better Breach by Worker. It's just the blue clear one. This breech accepts full-length darts, and it has a better air seal around the dart, which is good. Then also the bolt sled, which is what carries the dart, or I guess really the bolt, which is, you know, what grapples onto the dart. This is a reinforced material, and also it's able to go around the plunger. The new plunger is the expanded plunger tube by Worker. This plunger tube is better because it allows, you know, more air to go through. And then there's also a 12 kilogram spring. I'll talk a bit more about the internals in the internal segment where I actually show you the inside of this blaster, but that's all for now. So besides that, I have a few tiny gripes. First of all, the magazine release. It no longer is able to gravity drop. It's a minor thing, but it's still nice to have. But besides that, no difficulties. That was performance, which you'll see more closely later. So yeah, so besides that, you know, the paint was decent. I tried two techniques for the masking. This side came out a lot better than this side, because this side I tried a different technique for, so, you know, it was a bit more iffy. Then up in the muzzle, there's also a bit of scraping, you know, a bit of the old color coming out. So mainly, most of my issues I feel like are from I didn't use dry brush paint for the white detailing. Instead, I just used different color spray paint. Just because, you know, I was just trying to use what we had at the hardware store, not to complicate things. So yeah, so this is basically Basilisk. I'm very happy with it, and I'll show you the firing demo.
So for the firing demo, the first 4 darts will be Adventure Force waffles, which get the lowest ranges simply because their heads are the same diameter as the bodies, and since they're rubber, they rub all over the place, and they will get kind of caught in the chamber. Then after that is Low Valentine waffles, which their heads are not rubbery, so they will go farther, and they are still pretty accurate. So I like those. And then also we will be, for the last 4 darts, we'll be firing Elite darts, which you know, the heads, they go inwards in like a dome shape, so they get really high FPS, but they go all over the place. They're not very accurate. So here's where they landed. The fence was about 70 feet away, so we're getting 70 feet, you know, cleanly flat shots. Angled, we can get up to 90. I think I will be getting the Dart Zone bamboo darts because they are the best of both worlds in accuracy and barrel fit. So here are the internals for Basilisk. Right now we have the expanded plunger tube, which compared to the old one is quite a bit bigger. Like this one could easily fit inside of that old one. I think that might. Oh no. Anyways, and then so then there's also a bigger plunger tube. So right now I'm just using the Worker Retaliator breech because I do plan on fully brass breeching it eventually, but for right now I just want to run this because it'll feed waffles a lot better, even though there is still a bit of rubbing going on. And we also have this split sled, which is able to go up against the expanded plunger tube, and also is reinforced. It's made out of a stronger plastic than the Nerf one. We also have the metal catch, just because we're running this 12 kilogram spring, so we're probably going to need it. And yeah, just same dart tooth system, because we're only using sort of a stock type breech system, not really a brass breech where this piece would push the dart into brass. That would be here. So yeah, and then also we just have the little tooth for the entry drive attachments. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. And 12 kilogram spring, so it's pretty strong, especially compared to this old one, which I think is 2.5 kilograms. So yeah, and then this is just sort of a guide, so the plunger doesn't slip under the catch, because if you don't have this guide, it'll do that a lot and you won't be able to have it catch. So that's really it. I guess the thing to note is that there's a rubber gasket on the inside of this plunger tube, which is really helpful for sort of durability, because when this hits, it's gonna absorb the blow of it. But at the same time, you have a small bit of dead space where no air can kind of flow out from. So it's a bit of a trade-off, but I definitely like it. And so yeah, so that's pretty much the internals. And now back to the.
All right, so I'm pretty happy with Basilisk. I've spent a lot of time working on this, and I think that the end product is really great. Last night I was getting a slightly better performance. I feel like when you just finish a mod, something like that kind of happens because you've just greased it up and everything. But really, this is a good kind of average area, and my future tweaks and plans is going to be to add a full brass breech that still accepts full-length darts. So I won't be able to use a worker pusher. I'm going to have to make one of my own out of brass, but I think that's a perfect price to pay for a great full-length dart blaster. And as well, if these two rails are level, I think I'm going to add full-length with Picatinny. Maybe put some like an airsoft red dot on that, and as well I might paint a stock just so that way I can kind of aim better, you get a bit more stability out of that. But anyways, that has been Basilisk. Thank you guys for watching, and if you want your own commission, you can check out my Gmail at streetdarts with a Z, darts with a Z, at gmail.com, and thanks for watching.